Joining us now to discuss the President's rejection of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill is the Chairman of the National Conscience Party, Tanko Yinusa. It's the fourth time this bill would be suffering a setback from the executive. What exactly do you make of Mr. President's reasons, given financial security and legal reasons for rejecting this bill?
Well, it is amazing that Mr. President had decided to destroy the legacy that he has built over the years. Number one, Mr. President was a beneficiary of the same direct primaries. If you remember, in 2019, the APC positioned that issue of direct primaries, and then Mr. President used it. And in fact, the APC was using it as a form of boastfulness to say, yes, they've conducted direct primaries and the president has so millions of people prelude to the general elections. And here we are today, the same area in which Mr. President has benefited from is now saying no to it. That should give you an angle to start thinking that probably the APC is not ready for a credible, clear elections.
But to put things correctly, he's not against direct primary. He's just saying it should not be lauded over political parties. Parties still have the right to decide which means of primaries they intend to deploy. Do you agree?
While the argument may sound tenable, we are of the opinion, and we have from the graveyard information, that it is not the issue of the direct or indirect primary or giving credence to the political parties. If you look at the position, it was the governors who have met and said, look, this issue of electronic transmission of results may injure their political ambition. So we know authoritatively that it's a disguise in which the president too is yielding or bowing down to the demands of the governors who shows interest in manipulating the system in no distance time. All of us know that inclusiveness and giving power to the people, making sure that the people have a right to choose their leaders, accessibility to people who want to contest is what is contained as part of the advantages that is enshrined for the direct primaries. And if they are really serious about giving the power to the people as defined in the definition of democracy, then why are we running away from the direct primaries?
I get your point very clearly, Mr. Yinusa. But let's talk about what next. The power doesn't only lie in the hands of Mr. President. The chances of lawmakers overriding the president, we're told, are slim, given the antecedents of this National Assembly. But do you agree that this is a litmus test for lawmakers? If they pass the bill and they have a right to override the president, shouldn't they do so?
I am happy that some members of the National Assembly are trying to become men, not being whims and caprices on the hands of the tools of those who say that, okay, they are in position of controlling them. Those who are ready to override the position of president, we will give them total support. And the Nigerian people should be on the rise again, because the rights that belong to them is being trampled upon gradually. And we don't know the level at which this may reach towards the 2023 elections, because the people are already happy that they will be the one that will choose their leaders, and now they are being denied. So we may have to resort into civil actions and saying that no, this is what we want as a people, and the president must listen. After all, we are the one that voted him into position of power.
Mr. Yinusa,
power is not only.
Are you saying there's no sense at all in what the president is saying? He's talking about the financial burden on the federal government. Is even concerned about parties like yours, the marginalization that your party could suffer from, laws like this. Is also talking about the issue of security, having a large turnout of people for such a huge exercise.
Is it the same political parties that Mr. President called mushroom political party that he's coming out to defend now? That is not obtainable. In fact, what he has just done by telling the people that, okay, if the National Assembly has passed this particular law, they've just spur us more into action so that we can continue to build from the grassroots, so that we can enjoy the support of the people. The same issue of manipulation. How long have we been on the ground now? The situation now in Nigeria, has it not been manipulated over time? when it comes to the issue of litigation, majority of the position, in fact, a certain example of the governor of Imo State, which was done through the litigation. Have we not seen that happening already in this system? Already, all those particular issues that was raised by Mr. President is not tenable. They are just used in such a way they can manipulate the people and tell them probably that it is not a huru for for us to use direct primaries. This same position that Mr. President has put as an excuse was used against the same people. We were being called mushroom political parties here in Nigeria, and it was directly by Mr. President himself. And now when are you coming out to tell us that
is there a sense of
that is not true?
Is there a sense of accomplishment or a sense of achievement, so to speak, for want of better words, for the NCP, given that the president has nothing against the introduction of electronic voting, which in many people's opinion is the hallmark of this amendment?
You know, we have been in the struggle for a credible, free and fair election in Nigeria over the years. And we have come out to tell Nigerians where we are being injured. We've told Nigerians that at a point in time, the NCP won election in Ekiti State. And then when we won the election by one Adekoya Benson, before you could say Jack Robinson, the man has left the party and joined the PDP. Nobody did anything about it. Nobody said anything about it. Before you could know it, they were only calling us that we were not capable enough to win election. But we did win election. And the issue of people nomadic or political parties, candidates who run from one political party to another have not been taken care of. No adjudication, no any punitive measures is being given to anybody. So now let us go by the horn. Let us hold the bull by the horn. And we want to go back to direct primaries. We agree with that direct primaries so that we can build our structures from the grassroots and get the people to be involved in selecting whoever lead them.
All right.
And we know the direct primaries will going to injure the political party in power. That is why they are trying to
it's a good place to leave it now. Chairman, National Conscience Party, Tanko Yinusa, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us tonight.
Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.